which a lot of people say the side chick has been glorified in society by shows like Scandal and Being Mary Jane. JR, what you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's been glorified a little bit, but in that instance with those particular shows, those are independent, strong black women who's standing on their own. They just so happen to fall in love with a man that's attached.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not like they dependent on that man to pay their bills like some of these side chicks. They want a little something extra, to help them along the way in the monthly bills. And so for that guy who's trying to entertain that, he's gonna have to come off a little money. Ain't nothing free in America.
Right.
I mean, hell, we paying for bottled water when water used to be free in the 70s. So
yeah. I
mean, there's nothing free. So I mean, I understand about how people have an issue with Being Mary Jane and Scandal, but on the realistic tip,
let's be realistic.
There are still some successful women who are standing on their own and doing their own thing and not necessarily needing a man to pay their bills. But what happens is the emotional side of them falls in love with a man that's attached.
Is that the emotional side of them or them what I like to call pussy emotions?
I mean, it's all tied up because if you put it right, then, she may just keep coming back. So, at the beginning, it could just be a little fun for right now. But what happens when the things get dangerous is when those emotions come in, because now she wants to see him a lot more than what was agreed upon, and things can get very bad down the road or, they may just stay the same. But, being that side chick, you really got to just play your role. I know people don't like to hear that for women.
They don't.
If you're a side chick, you need to play your role, stay in your position.
Stay in your lane.
And you can benefit. And you can benefit if you just do those simple things. But now where you step out of the line is when you trying to become that main chick. He don't want you as the main chick. He already has one.
So you need to just stay
in your lane.
You need to know your role.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Right.
9 times out of 10, if he's married, he's not going to leave his wife.
Exactly.
Who said that the relationship is a bad relationship?
You know what? I got an interesting story later on that I'm going to share about that with the side chick, the wife, and the husband. And it is, I'm going to tell you, is extremely entertaining. So you want to make sure that you stay tuned so you can hear this story.
But then sometimes the man may want to leave the marriage or that long-term relationship.
But he's not going to.
Well, maybe he does want to, but can't.
What do you mean can't?
I mean, just like some women want to get out of their marriage or whatever, but they can't. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's too more emotional. Maybe it is for the kids. Maybe it's not that, it's abusive, but then, she's really staying until the kids get a certain age. And then in her mind, she's going to leave. You see what I'm saying? So it could be all kind of different dynamics on why a person really stay in a relationship that they're really not happy. So people step outside because something ain't been taken care of in the house.
Oh, bam.
The side person is going to take care of the itch that needs to be scratched. That ain't getting scratched inside. So we got to go outside to get it done.
You know what? I had somebody point out to me that usually the side piece, and I've learned that side pieces can be male and female because I was thinking chicks were just, it was just side chicks. There are side dudes out there I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah, it's side dudes. I was one at one point in time.
Yeah, we're going to come to that too.
Hey.
But I've learned that with being the side dish, that's what I'm going to call it, the side dish, you do what the other person will not do. And one of those things is you stroke their ego. You make them feel very confident about what they're doing in life. You don't put a lot of hassle, a lot of stress on them. It's a stress-free environment when they're around you.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's stress-free because they're escaping from the regular routine of life that they've started.
Right.
And then there could be just not a lot of good communication going on, in the house, or, life is mundane in that household. Is what I mean by that is that everybody get caught up in that life cycle. You work, you got kids, you doing, practices, you running
bills
here and there, you got bills, and somebody got to cook, somebody got to clean, You know, one person in the house may feel like, you know, they're not being appreciative.
Exactly.
You know, or appreciated of all the things they do, and the other may feel the same way. And I mean, it could be a lot of different variables. A reason why someone would step out. I'm not necessarily condoning that's a good reason to step out. I'm just saying these are some reasons on why some people do step out.
Now, I heard from a lot of women today that the reason why they're side chicks is because there are more women nowadays that are available than there are men. I can
agree with that. That's statistical. That's correct.
Yeah, and so some women end up sharing a man and don't even know they're sharing a man.
Hey, you sharing whether you want to or not.
Right, exactly. And I'm not going to tell you people anything that I have not experienced. I've told you I am completely transparent, and I will be transparent. I have been the main chick and the side chick, so I can lay down some knowledge for you. But, you know, Wikipedia has a guide to how to be a side chick. Did you know that?
What? It's a how-to book?
It's a how-to on how to be a side chick.
Why in the hell would I let my daughter get that book? You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It's not a book. It's just on, like, you search side chick and Wikipedia will come up on the 10 steps to how to be a side chick. And I actually have those 10 steps right now.
Go ahead, because that's freaking ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. They are teaching people how to be a side chick. Number one, the first thing you must do, and they had pictures too. I wish I could, you know.
Wow.
People.
We had visuals?
They had visual.
That's what's up.
The first thing is you give him space so you don't crowd him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Okay.
Number two, you keep him interested. So you do all the freaky deaky stuff that, you know, the main chick or the main dude won't do.
Yeah, the main chick used to do.
Yeah, the main dish don't do it, but you'll do it. Mm-hmm. The main dish.
She used to.
I got one for you. The main dish won't swallow, but the other one will.
Well, some true, but there's some main chicks that won't swallow either, sad to say.
That's what I'm saying. The main chick won't swallow, but the side chick will.
Yeah, thank God for them.
You know what? You just seem so hurt by that. That, you know. Okay, moving on. Moving on. I'm not gonna pressure JR on that. Bless his heart. Another thing is they don't pressure what is this talk? What are we doing? Is this a relationship? Where are we going from here? What's going to be our future? They don't do that. They're like, I like what's going on, and I'm gonna like it until it ends. And when it ends, well, to hell with you. I'm gonna find somebody else.
I'm not knocking that, because if that question comes up, then, you know, he's about to leave, because now he's going to feel like this is a relationship. This is some type of relationship as far as putting a label on it. You know, we don't do labels. No, he already in a label relationship.
Right, he's already in a label.
Marriage.
I had a dude. He wasn't even married, but I was on the team. You know what the team is, right? Yeah. The team is you got the first stringers, right? Mm-hmm. They the ones you call on first. They the headliners. Then you got them chicks that's on the bench. Right. They can come in at any moment and take your place. Okay, well, I was one of the 18. So as soon as I said, what are we doing? What is this? Because I was in love with the dude.
Right.
He was like, I don't know. Like, we've been doing this for da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. I still don't know. Yeah. Really? You ain't never thought about it?
Well, he knows. The deal is he just didn't really want to tell you.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And here's the deal. He could have really liked you. And so instead of him just being blunt and coming across hurtful to you, and just saying he didn't want to do that. But now one of the reserve girls, he would have just let it out for her. See, it's a difference. It's like a pimp and a lot of his prostitutes. It's always one girl he likes better than the other. You see what I'm saying?
Are you what?
No. All I'm saying is, if a guy is a pimp and he has several women working for him, there's always one or two women who is above the rest. You see what I'm saying? He'll let a whole lot of them go, but won't let that top one go. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So the bottom one.
So no matter how many is around, it's always one that stands above the rest. Okay. I mean, some people may not look at it like that, but it's a true fact.
That's a true fact.
Go talk to one. He'll tell you.
I'm sorry, I don't know any pimps. But number 4, they don't stress you out or criticize him. So, you know how dudes be like, I want to do this with my life and stuff, and they be like 45. Mm-hmm. And their wife be like, we got bills and we got kids. You can't go out and you can't go out and try to be 50 cents right now. Right. I need you to be bringing more than 50% to the house. Side chick don't do that.
No, but some dreams got to be a little bit realistic too.
Yeah, they got to be a little realistic. But okay, let me make it a little bit more realistic. You want to start your own business. You don't have the capital to start your own business. Your wife will tell you, that's a pipe dream. You need to just get a regular 9 to 5, whatever.
But then, she's not supporting.
Right. But the side chick is like, I think you can do it. You just put your mind to it, get what you need. You can start off small and you'll be big.
Guess who's going to be my COO?
The side chick. Side chick.
Why? Because she believed in what I wanted to do.
Peaches is going to be the side chick.
And run the show.
Okay. The other thing to how to be a side chick, you're not possessive, so you're not on his every move. What you doing? You can't
be possessive if you're a side piece.
Right. You like, I'm glad you finna leave my house. I like waking up alone. Get the hell out of my bed.
Yeah, because she probably got somebody else coming through anyway. Don't ever think the side piece. Listen.
Knowledge.
Don't.
China doll is clapping in the corner.
The side chick or the side dude, whoever it is that's dealing with them, don't ever think they're not seeing someone else besides you.
Exactly.
Don't always think that they sitting at the house always waiting on you.
They're not.
You may be at the top because of what you do, but you're not the only one.
And you know what? That's another one of the things to how to be a side dish. You let them think that they are the only one. So you hit it. Because that's another one. You let them think they're the only one. Another one is your days and times.
Got to know.
You know your days and times.
Yeah.
This one chick call herself being smart gonna text me talking about, I'm dating so-and-so now. Okay. Well, bitch, do you know what day and time you got? Because I got this day and I got this time. And if you interfere with my day and my time, we got a problem.
See,
and then I told her, lane. Yeah. And I told her, welcome to the team.
See, you got to stay in your lane. Cause you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When you get outside of your lane, that's where the disgruntledness comes in.
Right. When you don't know where you belong, that is a big problem. We got Big Ray on the line. What's up, Big Ray?
What's up? What's going on? This is Big Ray from Big Ray International.com.
Big Ray.
Dude, we know who the hell you are. How you doing?
I just called in with a word of wisdom for the day.
Go ahead.
I hear the topic of today is side pieces.
It is.
People got different perspectives and different analogies. Hey, back in the day when I was a true player, they told us that every true player got a pair and a spare.
That's it.
When I elevated my game and moved on up and left the playing alone, moved up to coach administration, sometimes you got to cut the dead weight. I think you're starting QB and go with the one you roll with.
Okay.
Hey, that's true. That's true all the way around right there.
I got you. Hold on, Big Ray, because we going through a list, man. Your side dish, you let them call or text you. You don't be calling and texting them all times of the night because you already know they with somebody else. So you just wait your turn.
Hey. I ain't got no argument with
that. That's why they make track phones.
Yeah, that's exactly why they make track phones. Another one.
Track phones and bat phones.
Yeah.
Hey, number 9 to be in a side dish. You always look your best. You don't look. He don't come home and you got on some sweats, some hair rollers, a scarf. He come and knock on the side dish door. She opened.
Put the little short ones on. Yeah.
Man.
With a little tank top.
I'm telling you, I'm a witnessed it. I had a roommate that was a side dish. This chick would come in there. She would take my Vicky Don't Tell Nobody's, which is Victoria's Secret. They're not sponsoring the show, so their name right now is Vicky Don't Tell Nobody's. She would take my Vicky Don't Tell Nobody's, take all my little nice stuff that was enticing. He walked through the door. I'm like, wait a minute. Did he just go in your room and you have butt naked? Really?
Hey, she already knows.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't even curl your hair to go to work. Your hair is done? Really?
Because, see, she knows he don't have a lot of time. See what I'm saying? He's not staying there all night. He got somewhere else he got to be. So, I mean, she already knows. She already know everything is on a time schedule. So you already know if I'm coming through here, we're going to do what we got to do. I got to be gone because I got to be somewhere else.
For real?
On time. So you got to be ready when I show up. You're right. So,
say what, Big Ray?
Got 30 minutes and that come from the time you say hello. Got places to go, people to meet, and things to do, and playing with you all night ain't one of them.
Exactly. Got somewhere else to go. Your all night's going to be a different night, but tonight ain't it.
Right. The last thing on how to be a side dish is don't obsess over the main dish. So you don't.
That is so true.
Really?
Oh, Lord. Look here. Don't ask about the woman at home. You need to be concerned about what we doing.
Because he don't want to talk about her. Or she don't want to talk about him.
That's not the topic.
Third string.
Say what?
So they get the most of third string because there's always one around every corner, especially at Walmart.
Right. You know, but I'm
3:30 to 7:30.
But then the side chick should not be, you know, consumed or obsessed with what you're doing with your wife or your long-term girlfriend or your live-in. Mm-hmm. You know, she just need to be concerned about what you all are doing and what's going to happen next. You know, if they stay in a lane, they can get almost just as much as the main chick.
For real.
See, you can get taken care of well if you just stay in your lane, keep your mouth closed, and play your role. So, I mean, you got to think if you got it. Listen. The people that have plenty of money can play big time. You see what I'm saying?
Really?
So if the
like
main,
a gambling thing.
if the main chick is over here in an exclusive neighborhood with a nice house, what makes you think he can't put you up in a nice condo?
For real?
What makes you think he can't get you a nice car?
China, I'm gonna put a mic on you. You keep on back there. You said you were spectating.
So if he has that long money like that, then yeah, the expectation is gonna be greater because he can afford that. You know, but then whatever level, right? But whatever level that person is on, you have to deal with that level, and everybody's not up there in that 6-figure plus level. So you got to deal with what you got to deal with. You need a little something on your light bill. Your brother can probably posh you about $50, $60, $100 on that light bill. It's more than what you had before you ask him. Am I right?
Well, it is.
Okay.
It is. In case he giving out money, in case he that type. You might get that type that don't do nothing but give you gas money and lunch money.
But he's still giving you money.
Hey, he help you supply your needs.
Right. If he putting gas in your car, he's still helping you get from point A to point B. See, it's not always about the amount. It's not always about the amount. Let me
tell you something. When I was a side dish, and people don't judge me because I'm just being real with you, okay? I'm trying to educate. When I was a side dish, my dude, he took me to fancy places. We went to like Brazilian restaurants where they come around and they cut off the meat for you. Mm-hmm. You know. Yes, I went there. And I told him straight up, I say, I get refriends. I get the Brazilian steakhouse. That bitch right there, she get damn McDonald's. Right. Don't let me see her with nothing else other than a McDonald's bag or we gonna have a problem.
Hey. There's nothing wrong with that because evidently you knew that you was that top girl. So when you know you that top girl, then you can.
I knew I was the main chick. But
you can talk to him like that.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of time in before all that happened. But let's backtrack for a minute. Now, Big Right, me and you talked earlier this week, right? We talked about being that men are supposed to, and women, I learned, are supposed to have a cutoff with the side piece.
They supposed to have a what?
They supposed to have a cutoff. So, so it's like a 3-month cutoff after you have sex 3 times. And it started getting emotional. You're supposed to be like, oh no, wait a minute. You getting too involved. You starting to kiss me. You starting to want to look in my eyes. You want music played. You know.
The third time is to make it a breaking point, and then when we get to the 6th and 7th time, that's decision time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, that's when the consequences have decided this, because everybody wants to get started. Everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody wants to do what it takes to win. Hey, you can't be mad at them for wanting to be a winner. They on the team, but not trying to get me a starting position. You know, different teams operate different ways. You got the Lakers with Kobe. You know, you ain't come to take that point guard spot. But, you know, if you was Cleveland without LeBron, hey, everything wide open. It all depends on how you run your offense and your defense and your special teams.
For real? Okay.
But hey, I got a question right here. How long do a person have to be that's, you know, with someone as a side chick before they no longer consider the side piece no more? You see what I'm saying? Question. Because, you know, I hear the rules. I hear the rules about the 3-month thing. But, you know, sometimes that could go on for months and even to the years. So after that period of time, she or he is not necessarily that side piece anymore. Mm-hmm. You see, I mean, you don't use that necessarily term, even though that's what it is. But now you're on a different level of that.
They got a relationship.
They got a relationship that's not defined.
Right? No, it's defined. You just the person I see outside of my relationship.
You official now.
Yeah.
Hey, what they call the bottom chick.
Right.
Okay.
Keep the ones under you up in control.
Right. So I think it's a limit after a period of time that, you know, he or she doesn't become that title, the side piece is not efficient for them anymore.
Right.
You know, they move from that.
They like wifey number 2 or a husband number 2 or, you know.
Yeah. Wife in law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? A lot of people do not even know that they are side pieces.
Because they don't conversate.
They just don't open their eyes.
They won't ask the right question. Because, see, here's the deal. You know, a lot of people don't volunteer information, but if you ask the right question, you'll get the right answer.
If you ask the right questions, you will get the right answer.
But here's the deal. Some people have a feeling or an idea, but they're too afraid to ask that exact question because they really don't want the answer.
They don't want to know. They want to stay in the dark.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ray. They can't handle the truth.
You want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
But now here's the deal. The person that's in control, they got to be man enough or woman enough if the right question is asked to be honest. Because why should you lie? The whole relationship started off as a lie. So why lie now? They already involved. Right. Game is game. You already involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no reason to lie to the side person. You know, just be honest so they'll know what they need to do and not to do if they want to stick in or if they want to stop playing. You know the rules of the game when the game first started.
Exactly. If you want to get in on this, because we are going hard, the number is 972-891-8864. This is Say Something with Lady T. You know what? I ain't even going to take a break. We're going to keep this party moving because this is too hot. This is too hot. I don't even want a commercial. You know, you know what? I will give my girl respect. Check out my girl Danielle at Alien in the Box Graphics. You can email her. It's one word, alieninthebox@gmail.com. All right. Love you, Danny Taco. She does everything. But, you know what? Wikipedia also had a thing on how to tell if you are a side chick or a side dish, because I learned there's not only side chicks, there are side dudes.
Right.
And, you know, not to deter from the topic, but did he just come in here with a homemade jar of tea?
Yeah, he did.
Did you really just come in here with a homemade jar of tea? Yeah, you did, because I'm looking right at you.
He's trying to stay regular.
It's not tea? What is it?
If I told you, I had to kill you.
If you told me, you have to kill me.
He's trying to stay regular.
You on steroids or something? You know, I know you would. Y'all do the sports show after us.
Nah,
you know?
It's what's it called? Pre-workout type stuff.
It's okay. It's a pre-workout like protein.
It's
okay.
Like I'm flushing. It's not what he's trying to say. It's like fiber stuff.
Okay, so it's not steroids. Okay.
It's not fiber.
All right, it's not fiber.
No.
Okay. Sorry, we had to take a little detour, but we're back on track. I got some ways how to tell if you're a side dish. Ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay, ready for it? Here it come. Majority of your calls go to voicemail. You calling past your time frame. Once again, you don't know your time in days.
9:30.
Hop say 9:30. 9:30, all your calls are going to voicemail.
Yeah, no calls. Yeah, no calls. No calls after 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay. Number 2, they are not available on weekends, holidays, and they are not spending the night with you.
Nah, we can't spend a night. Nah, that's not good. You got to go home.
You got to go home.
Yeah.
You got to go home. That's how I found out that I was a side dish.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh, really? It's 11 o'clock and you trying to make it home before midnight? You got a midnight rule? You got a curfew?
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got to be upfront with that because she gonna already know you can't stay all night unless you all done playing the weekend. You know, the boys is going.
Right.
And you.
Yeah, and then when you playing the weekend, it's a big lie that follows that. I'm out of state.
Well, yeah, that's the best place to go is out of state.
I'm out of state.
Yeah.
I'm out of country. I can't accept none of your calls.
Well, see, I've used that line, but it's also been true.
Really?
I have been out of the country.
Yeah, you have been.
I mean, you know, that's not a lie. You know, so.
Another thing, they still live with their ex. So if they still live with their ex, there's a 9 time out of 9, they still sleeping with each other.
Yeah, because you can't be my ex and still live in my house and not give me none.
Is that a requirement for you, JR?
I'm just saying.
Wait a minute, their ex, they still have the same last name as their ex.
Well, that's okay.
No. When I got divorced, I gave him back his name.
I mean, but see, that's a choice, though, because, you know, a lot of people that, you know, was married and then they're divorced, they still hold on to that last name because of the kids or what have you. Some people just don't go back to their maiden name. Really? So I don't think that necessarily is a huge issue.
Okay.
So.
Okay. You don't know where that person lives. You have never been to their house.
Well, not if they still in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah, you don't know where they live. You have no idea.
Yeah, just stay.
You just know the street name.
I stay on the south side. That's all you need to know.
You just know you driving around trying to find a car.
Why do you need to find my car if you the side piece though? I mean, I'm just saying. Cause see, you know that a person that's doing that's a side piece is outside of their lane.
They really are outside.
If
their
you
lane.
are a side piece, male or female, and you driving around trying to find out where he or she stay, you
got a problem.
You outside of your lane. You outside of your jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction.
Wow.
I
mean, you have an issue. That means it's time to really let it go because you can't continue to doing what was agreed upon when you all first got together. Because now you want more than what can be given. You want more that you can't get.
Okay. Another thing is, not only do you not know where this person live, you have never met their friends or family. You don't know who they related to. They could be a relative.
I'm going to introduce you to everybody.
Hop say you a side chick, you a side piece. You ain't.
You might meet a couple of pockets. Maybe.
You might meet some people.
Yeah.
But not everybody. Not the real ones that will tell your main.
Ain't nothing really gonna tell my main.
Yeah, for real.
That ain't happening.
No, that ain't happening either. Matter of fact, we can take a photo and won't even nothing be thought about.
You can take a photo and nothing be thought about?
You damn right.
You know what? Personal effect. I was in my 20s. Met this guy. You know what? He had a birthday party at a club. It's no longer even open, so I'm not even going to give the name. But, it wasn't Club Blue, dude. You know. I got the dudes from the Cap Show. They in here. They in the background. They in the background instigating. But anyway, he had a birthday party. I'm the side piece, and I'm there with the main chick.
Okay.
Him and the main chick went upstairs. Let me tell you, I was like 22, 23.
Very smart. Go ahead.
Yeah, just straight out of college.
Right.
This dude was, his age does not matter. But anyway, he took a picture with her upstairs in the club. And so I'm sitting down there and I'm chilling because I knew his family. His family knew me and they knew me as the side chick. So, exactly. Damn.
Yeah.
So he took the picture. He upstairs taking pictures with her. They on the dance floor swinging out, and I'm sitting there in the chair with his sister, and she like, "You okay? What the hell you think? No, I'm not okay." You know, and I couldn't figure out China Doll just asked me, why was I there? I was there because he asked me to be there, and I was stupid enough, case of the 20s, to go.
What you should have done was brought you a date.
You know,
See, that's
I
how you
should
play
have.
the game.
You don't go.
No, hell no. And look, enjoy all festivities because you know, first of all, you know you ain't gonna pay if it's a paying spot.
You don't go.
Why? Because you the side piece. He gonna make sure you're taken care of because he got to keep seeing you.
I got in for free.
Exactly.
You know, I did get in for
So
free.
you should have brought you a date.
No, because he was kind of hood and he was kind of violent. He was from West Dallas, so he believed in cutting people. So I wasn't messing with him.
Well,
But
should have brought you a biker or something.
But he sent his friend. Shut up. I didn't know you back then, JR. Okay. But anyway, he told his friend to come tell me to come upstairs so that I could take a picture with him, and I started crying. I really did. I started crying, and I left. I was in my feelings. I left. His sister walked me outside to my car, and he came outside, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I just can't take it. I just can't see you with her." He kissed me, and then his sister was like, "You better hurry up for that bitch come out here because she crazy.
See?
And she will shoot you."
See, at least everybody had your back though.
Yeah, they had my back, and they accepted me as what I was.
Yeah, because that's what you were.
Because that's what I was. I was the side chick.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and
but-
it was a
but the
normal thing in
is-
his family.
I mean, you
because-
know, the thing is that you recognize that you couldn't do that anymore because you was so much emotionally involved. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So, you know, you basically, I guess, from what you're saying, you played your role. You played your role, but then emotional wise, you was like, I can't do this no more.
Right, because
So-
emotionally, you leaving her and you telling her, I'm at work. But you coming up, yeah, you going to work, but you coming over to my apartment before you go to work.
Right.
Then you go to work.
Yeah, I got to go in
Or
there
you
early.
like, oh, I'm at work late. And you at my house in my bed sleep.
Yeah, we doing overtime.
Yeah, we doing overtime. But you know what? Hey, I'm transparent for a reason. If my story, if my life experiences can help anybody in this world, I feel like I've accomplished something.
I'm glad you grew up.
I grew up because I was 23. Now I'm 32. I know better. At 32, I'm like, get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, you have to be
I'm
that.
not going to nothing.
You have to be that, and you can't, you know, guys.
Kiss my grits.
Guys and girls, you know, they can't blame the other person for being that stern and being upfront about that. So
No. But moving along. Here's another issue with side dishes. Why is it when the other, and I'm gonna take it to women because we do this, women, and I'm sorry if you get mad at me, but hey, I gotta say something. Why do you get mad when you find out that there's a main chick? Why, when you find out that there's a main chick, you want to take your frustration out on the main chick?
Yeah, I think in that instance, I think it depends. You know, did the guy lie at the beginning when they first met and said that he was single, didn't have anybody? Then 3 months down the road, she find out. Then okay, yeah, she got a right to be mad.
She got a right to be mad, but why is she mad at the other woman? Why is she not mad at the man?
Right, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. But even, you know, but it could be that way. But now, if she knew at the beginning when they met, he had somebody, and now she's still mad at her. That's her damn fault.
What's the odds of a person knowing if they're gonna be the side chick from the jump?
Okay, China Doll asked, "What's the odds of a woman know they're gonna be a side chick at jump?"
Yeah, I agree with you. Majority of them probably will lie because, and the funny thing was, on my way here, me and one of my frat brothers was just talking about this. The thing is that some guys will lie is because that young lady is probably so attractive. He might think she is so attractive, so fine, that if he is upfront and honest, that, you know, it's not going to be any more conversation with her. You know, so he'll lie. But then the thing is that, you know, what happens if the guy tells the truth? Who says that she's going to walk away?
Had an option.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rather have
So,
the option.
you know, but some guys think like that, and so that's probably why some of them will lie. You know, but sometimes if you take the option and be like, hey, you know, yeah, I am in a relationship, or yes, I am married. Well, you know, at least she knows now, because now the ball is in her court to where you all can still continue to have this nice conversation that you all having, and when the conversation is over, she's already made up her mind if she's going to give you the number or she gonna take your number, or what have you, to where you all can continue to communicate later on. So you got to give her the option. And right, a lot of them don't. Right, a lot of them don't. But then you got to give them the right to make their own mind up. So
I can give you a good example for all my TV people. I always make television movie references. Being Mary Jane, when Mary Jane found out that the guy she was in love with and she wanted to be with was married, she kind of stalked the wife a little bit, right?
Yes, she did.
And she followed her into
a pet store.
The pet store while the girl is picking out kitty litter. And went up to her and said, hi. And she's like, oh, I know you from television. And she said, yeah, and I'm sleeping with your husband.
Right.
That was stupid.
That is what I call, if you come up to me with that, I would have just straight up looked at you like you were crazy and slapped you. And I have had that happen where, a chick has came up to me and said, hey, I'm dating so-and-so. And I'm like, okay, well, welcome to the team, ho. I'm sorry. I'm like, welcome,
Yeah, I mean,
forgive me. Mama, don't beat me when I get home.
In that instance, that in reality wise, that's really a dangerous situation.
That is dangerous.
Yeah, to walk up to somebody and just let somebody know that. But then on the other hand, it's good that she let her know.
But no, it's not. So, women like to try to stake their territory. This is mine.
And I have no problem with that. I have no issue with that at all.
What you saying, Big Ray?
What they call piss on trees.
Say what?
Piss on trees like dogs.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that. I mean, but that situation, we got to remember it's Hollywood, and so they got to make it as dramatic as possible.
But no, that
reality wise, that is not the best decision to do, to walk up to somebody and just say, hey, I'm sleeping with your husband, your wife. I mean,
it makes you look stupid, but you know what? In real life, that does happen. Women do find out and they call the main chick and say, hey, so-and-so and so-so, I'm with your daughter, I'm with your man. And that could make or break a relationship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I was doing that and my side girl tracked down my wife or what have you and did that, I'm done with her.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done with her because you know what? Yeah, I'm done with the side chick because that's not what this is about.
Really?
So I mean, for you to go out and do that, that's reckless.
Okay.
So I don't need anybody reckless in my life. I'm reckless by my damn self.
Right, you out of line because your frustration shouldn't even be taken out on that other person. Your frustration needs to be taken out on that man or woman that you're dealing with. Right,
and if you have that issue, then you need to come and talk to me. Yeah.
If you let you know upfront what it is, ain't no frustration to be taken out. You got to deal with it or deal with us.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, you either deal with it or move along. And you know what, JR, you said you was a side dude, and I found out today that there are side dudes on Facebook. I found that out.
Yeah, I dated a married woman for 2.5 years.
Did you feel like you weren't? I mean,
how was it? I mean, at the beginning I was cool with it for the fact because I was single and doing whatever I wanted to do. But at the beginning when I first met her, her friend was telling me that her and her husband was getting back together. So from then, I was cool with it. I didn't say nothing else to it, didn't think twice about it.
Right.
But as the evening went on, she gave me her number, so she turned around and pursued me. But now, I mean, I'm single. I do what the hell I want to do.
Was it them gold boots that caught eye?
No, I didn't have gold boots on at church. But
you had on them purple skinny jeans.
But I mean, but it went on from there, and we hung out, and she just basically took care of me. If I was hungry, she fed me. You know what I'm saying? And I think the flip side for her was that I never really asked her, what she did for a living, where she was getting her money or anything like that. And then when the conversation finally came up, I said, well, you married.
Right.
I said, you might get a little money from your husband. I really don't give a damn.
Right.
Personally, that's just me though. If I'm single and doing what the hell I want to do and I know you married, I don't give a damn what you do when you ain't around me. What I care about is what we do when we together. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the deal. When you leave my house, you go home to somebody whether you want to be there with them or not. And so, time went on, and my feelings got caught up, and that's what it was, and I had to get to a certain point, so I had to rebuild my own backbone up. You see what I'm saying? And I told her that once I rebuild my backbone up, I'm gonna leave you. And that's what I did. Because, see, she had a double standard going on, but what I wanted to do was let her recognize that I recognized the game. But at the time, my spine was weak. And so when I built my spine back up, I left her, and that's just what I did. But I wanted to let her know that you're not as good as you think you are. I recognize it. I'm just not strong enough to do anything about it right now. But when I get strong enough, I'm going to leave you, and that's what I did, and I cut her off. I mean, literally just cut her off. And so at that time, she was distraught. See, she became distraught and begging and pleading and crying. But I was done. It's like R. Kelly said, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do. When a brother's fed up, it's the same way. And so, that's what it was. And, you live, you learn. I mean, we good friends to this day, but she did teach me about the game because I watched her run it,
Wow.
So she hate I give her credit for it, but we good friends. We cool.
And JR is saying that while popping his collar on his purple and gold shirt.
Yeah, I am. I ain't scared.
He ain't scared.
So, I mean, you live, you learn. And again, you look back, that's again in the 20s, like you said.
Yeah,
and so, but I mean, I don't regret anything I did because I had no ties. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't treating any well.
You know what?
I probably was treating somebody wrong at the time, but
yeah, you treat a lot of people wrong, like you tell me.
I have a lot of friends.
I mean,
some just think they not where they thought they would.
I ain't gonna say nothing about what you be whispering in my ear after shows, but anyway.
I ain't scared.
Next, moving on. But my theory is, if you don't go through anything, you don't learn anything. So you have to make some mistakes in your life in order to learn. I think everybody at one point in their life has been cheated on or been the side piece in a relationship, and everybody's been the main piece. It's just about coming forward and telling the truth and saying, yeah, this happened to me. I said I had a story, and I do have a story. The roommate I had, who was a side chick, she started out being best friends with the dude's wife. They did everything together. They went shopping, take the kids out together, everything. Her and the husband kind of got a little chummy in between that because they were like doing the same kind of projects together. They were working very closely with each other in this organization. After about I'll say 2 years with her and the husband working in close environments, they started having an affair, and she was still the best friend to his wife. It took about 4 years into the side chick and the other dude's relationship for the wife to catch him, and she caught him on a whim when she drove by and saw his car at this hotel and was like, "That's my husband's license plate." And then she knocked on, it was parked directly in front of the door, so she's playing knock knock ditch.
Right.
So she knocked, he answered, she sees him, she sees the woman, she beats the hell out the chick. And the chick apologizes and everything, tells her she's sorry, but really her and the husband keeps on this affair, and the affair is still going on to this day, 7 years strong. And yes, I called you out, and if you got a problem with it, you can call in and talk to me, 972-891-8864. You also have my cell phone number, so call me and we can get into it. Yeah, I put you on blast. But
that's deep. But that's deep though, because sometimes these affairs can go for years and years. Years ago I read an article in Ebony magazine about a black woman who was married for 20 years, and 18 of those 20 years she'd been having an affair with the same man. And what she said in her story is that I do the same thing every year that I've always done. We do the vacations, we do whatever they normally family life. They did the same thing. And she said, as long as my house is taken care of and you don't leave any suspicions for anything else, I was doing whatever I wanted to do. I mean, that's strong.
That's strong.
And so, I mean, to me, women are better cheaters than men anyway. But then,
we are.
But then when I read that article, that said a lot. That said a lot. Just in her article and admitting that, that she's been cheating 18 of the 20 years she's been married.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her husband has no clue.
She only was faithful for 2 damn years.
You know, so I mean, it can go both ways, and the thing is, when things do come to light, it's damaging to everybody. Nobody really wins in the end, even if you end up with the side person, or even if you end up working it out with your main person. It's still damage. The damage is done.
But you know what?
So,
there's still a lot of damage in their relationship, because I can testify that this chick went far and beyond from a side chick standpoint to be the main chick. She hired a person to follow the guy, take pictures of his car in front of her house, send it to the wife on the track phone saying, "Oh, I didn't know your husband was here." You know, totally out of control.
Yeah.
Wanting to be the main chick. And guess what? To this day, she's still not the main chick.
Well,
I mean, she went through all these hoops, and the main chick knows that she's still the side chick, but she's not gonna leave.
Well, that's the thing, and I think some women on the outside of that, and then some women who have been in the same situation may not understand why the main chick continue to stays with the guy. You know, like I said earlier on, there's a lot of dynamics on why people do what they do. You know, and why you seek something outside of the household. You know, and even though you can be in the same situation, but your situation is still different. You know, so everybody's going to handle the situations differently, and it's not about that person's wrong or you right. You just handle your situation a different way.
Exactly.
And so the thing is that if you don't agree with a certain situation, then you have that right to disagree. And you would say, hey, if I was in that situation, I would handle it X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's fine when you're in that situation, but it's easy to say a whole lot of stuff when you're outside of the circle.
Right.
Because when you get in the circle, you know what you should do. You know you should leave. But then when you're in it, it's a lot harder when you're in it than when you're on the outside of it.
Here's my thing. When you start to know that you are in a relationship where it's a 3-party relationship, you know there's somebody else. Look, my thing for the side dishes, you chose this person. You can leave at any time. You do not have to put up with this. You can walk out the door on them. You do not owe them an explanation for why you walking out the door on them. You can just say, "You're trifling as hell," and walk out the door. You don't even have to say that much. Just walk out.
Yeah,
the main person, if you are mad because this person keeps having side dishes, then why do you keep allowing them to?
Well, I mean, I think they need to figure out what's going on within the dynamics of their relationship on why he or she is stepping out. What is he or she, your partner not doing, to make them want to step out? You see what I'm saying? Because something is going on, to do that. A person don't say, they walk down the aisle on Friday and say, "I do," and then you come back off the honeymoon a week later, and then that Monday decide to go get a side piece. That's not the way it happens. Right. Something happens within the relationship, and the thing is that when or whatever it happened, if somebody recognized it, nobody said anything or brought it to the other person's attention in the first place. Sometimes we both have to listen.
Right.
We need to listen, and we need to comprehend on what the person's saying. We got to be respectful at the same time. But a lot of times when conversations come up, it goes from a quick conversation to an argument, and then nobody's listening. And so who wants to go home to an unpeaceful home?